Hey guys, it's Smyrna here, and today we're gonna be doing a little bit of a different video than we usually do on the channel. I didn't plan to make this, but I feel like I had to make a video like this because this event has really made a big impact on just how I felt about doing my thing that I do. Like, this event personally for me just like changed everything about like what I used to do, like yelling at stuff, and kind of brought down that tone a little bit, trying to control myself. And this is the reason why. It's because things like this I didn't really like. This is the time where I was like, well, this can't really happen. It's already happened before this year. Because it did. It happened. The Nashville flooding of last year, that happened, and that was pretty devastating. But this event just changed, like, the whole perspective. Like, the second flood in the year, probably more deadly than that Nashville flood. So I just did not like this event at all in any way. I do have a whole flooding insanity compilation that, of course, is still split up into 4 videos, but that event just changed my perspective on everything. And I'm gonna be showcasing how this event happened, how it began, the effect that it has, and what Waverly's still like today. And so we'll just scroll through this and see. So first off is how it began. As you can see, my radio's on the left there. So we had several early flash flood warnings for Dixon, Houston, Humphreys, Hickman, pretty much all of those counties. So our first warning was issued at 3:29 a.m. Central. That one I did not think was going to be... That one was probably the one that woke me up initially. And then the second, I think that's the one on the left that you see. That's the second warning that was issued at 4:49. I don't remember that third or fourth one, but I remember that life-threatening third one. I caught that one. The fourth one, I think that's one that I missed, but it doesn't really matter because we did have several early flash flood warnings, and then a flash flood emergency not long after excessive rain. So 3 to 9 inches at the time of the issuance for that. So here is the as you can see the picture in the back there of the damage. As soon as floodwaters started moving in through an unprotected gap, of course, OHX decided to issue the flash flood emergency. So even with Governor Lee, FEMA, and other company around town's help, floodwaters ended up leaking through and caused major damage to the town. So we did see that. I heard that there was some like major charges for what happened there. And honestly, I can't really blame them for charging them, but I just do not support charging for something they couldn't control, really. And if they could control it, then yeah, I'd charge them. But I don't think they would. I don't think they were ready and prepared. Like, if we had a warning, what I would like is a warning, like, say, like, you pull up the TV and it says chemical spill next Friday at 7 p.m. so they can go in and start, like, protecting or start preparing for that chemical spill that's about to happen at 7 p.m. So we're gonna... So what they do is, like, get ready, get all the companies to help protect the town from that chemical spill. Or in this case, if it said, like, oh, a major flood's about to happen on August 21st. So we're gonna build some flood walls to help this city not become damaged like this, and all this water just gets through and causes this damage. And many people lost their life on this day 1 year ago. So again, there's probably not an event that they probably did not expect it to be this bad. 17 inches of rain fell just in the city of Waverly, which I cannot believe. That's probably like record daily rainfall for a lot of cities in Middle Tennessee and a lot of cities like elsewhere too. But really, this was from, and I didn't put this in here, but this was all from Tropical Depression Fred. And I know that there's some documentaries about that too. But this is personally not on the hurricane, well, not hurricane, tropical storm part of Fred, where there was like 60-something tornado warnings and stuff like that. There was a tornado warning issued in Middle Tennessee on the 21st. That was for Dixon County. It was a small little EF 0 or 1. I can't remember, but no injuries, no fatalities on that. But there was, so yeah, this is all tropical flooding, as you could say. But fact of the matter is, even if it's tropical or not, they still didn't have time to prepare for this. They knew that they were about to get a lot of rain. They just didn't know how much they were getting, and this is certainly not what we expected at all. We probably expected like 5 inches at most, which it's a good amount. It's still a good amount that could cause life-threatening flooding, but this is unexplainable. And this is just nuts how 17 inches of rain fell from that, and basically no one knew. Like, as soon as that flash flood emergency was issued, we saw that there was 3 to 9 inches already fell. So, they didn't really have that time to prepare. If they were better well prepared, I guess you could charge them for, like, if they knew that something like this was about to happen, but they didn't. So yeah, this is pretty historical for the region. So if they knew this was going to happen, they would have been way better prepared. So FEMA and Governor Lee and other companies, they should have prepared better because they knew this was going to happen, but they just didn't know how much. So next slide. Here's the effect today. As you can see on the right, there's a memorial for one of the victims. So hundreds of residents still live in the unrecovered town. Yes, they're still recovering from it today. Most or some people are still considering rebuilding because they might reconsider and just choose not to. And again, memorials are being held to celebrate the lives of these victims, which I find really interesting and really cool that they would do that. And then they have uncertainty when it comes to recovery, so they may not. This practically just wiped them off the map for a certain amount of time. That's how bad that you could say it is. I'm not trying to say like, oh, look at this, they're wiped off the map. It's like April 27th all over again. No, I'm not trying to say that. What I am trying to say is like, it's still uncertain whether it's gonna fully recover like ever, because this is a very long-lasting effect that this flooding had. So just pray for all these victims' families. Even a year later, they're still battling. Maybe some people are still missing to this day from these floods. So we just need to pray that they'll all be okay. And for those people that still might be missing, for their families and friends, still still pray for them too. because we don't know. This death toll is very conflicting when it comes to information. Like one's at 21, one's at 20, one's at 18. So however many deaths, however many missing people there are, just to pray for whoever it is. And if it's however much is the most, just pray for all those like 21 people. So yeah. And then one last slide. Wrote a little hashtag, long live Waverly. Because we really want them to recover and be okay. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about this event. It really changed, again, changed my perspective on things in the EAS community, and this really makes me want to, this really makes me want to try more not to be, like, overly excited for alerts. I know I've done that a couple times, and I've tried to control myself, which I think you guys do see most of the time, I hope. So yeah, you never know when this stuff happens. If you go back to March 3rd of 2020, when that tornado hit Nashville, no one expected that. There was a slight risk out, and it was like 5% tornado risk, which was north of us, and a 2% tornado risk for us, and no one just expected it at all. Like, that was probably one of the most unpredicted weather events in the history of Middle Tennessee's tornadoes. Maybe even Tennessee's. Because there was also an EF4 that day in Putnam County that we didn't expect either, so not trying to get off topic or anything, but we just really hope that they recover. And again, it was unpredicted for this to happen. It was unpredicted for like March 3rd. You can't really compare it to March 3rd in a way, but you can compare it, the unpredictability of a major event like this, or March 3rd, or that May derecho that we had. All of those events were just unpredicted, and we did not expect it at all. It was pretty, it was unexpected. It really was. And this is definitely the rarest event I've ever got on the channel. This is definitely the rarest event that I'll probably upload for a while. This is not once in a lifetime. Stuff like this is pretty more often. But I just did not expect this. A lot of people did not expect this to happen. So I'm not going to say it's once in a lifetime. I'm not going to say that it won't happen again. But let's just hope it doesn't happen again. And let's just hope that Waverly recovers. So thank you guys for watching this short little presentation thing that I wrote for this event, because I really didn't have much to say necessarily, but I just really wanted to get something out there just for the sake of, because I do serve, well, I do not serve Humphreys County in its entirety, but I will say, serving them or not, I still really care for this town. It's in Middle Tennessee. I could probably drive there in no time at all. So long live Waverly, and I will see you guys in the next video.